Hello and welcome to another episode of Anime Masters of the Apocalypse EpiTalks. I am your host, Viking Mass, and with me is our good old slave owner, Vlad. Say hello, Vlad.
Who the fuck ruined my crops again, man?
See, this is what
Hello,
happens when
everyone.
you own slaves. Ugh, bad
Oh,
things happen to you.
oh.
And we're here to talk about another two episodes of Vinland Saga. We're here to talk about episodes 7 and 8.
Hmm.
And yeah, we'll start with episode 7 and get right to it. So, Lad, what was your opinion about episode 7?
I really liked it. I really liked it that we got. I thought didn't think that we would get more more of Keaton. It felt like they were spreading out to to his family, like his two sons and his dad. So I thought wouldn't get any more information and the character development on Keaton himself, but in this episode, oh, we got a lot.
Mm. Yeah, I love
And
how they handled his character and how they made him more like deep and interesting.
yeah, he's definitely more interesting now.
Mm. And what I love about how they're handling it is that they keep on having him not be either good or a bad person, but
Mm.
a complicated person.
Yeah, he's very complicated.
Hmm. And especially considering the times he's living in.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm. So it's very much the entire episode were very much like Keitel and some of the other characters were in the focus. We didn't get to see that
Mm.
much of Thorfinn or Einar this time.
Yeah,
And I
but
also,
yeah,
yeah,
no, no. The episode was very much about Ketil needing to not confronting, but being reminded of his past by his one his elder son coming back from the raiding. Yeah, coming back from raiding.
yeah, he was part of
Um,
Canute's army,
yeah, yeah. Oh, we're coming back from conquering more at this point.
England, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, let's talk
So
about him for a second because he's the new character. He's introduced this episode.
yeah, yeah. What
So
was his name? Keaton's name?
Thorkill, I think.
Thorkill. Yeah,
Yeah, like Thor and then Gil. Thorkill.
yeah. I didn't feel like we got much of the inside of him yet. He's very much. Oh, I've just been out conquering with Canute, and I'm back, and the war is great, and oh, I'm here to drink and eat, and oh, haven't you heard of your father's your father's past? Oh, he was great. I'm striving to be more like him now. Blah blah blah. Blah. So I I think we will get more character. We will definitely get more character development with him later. But this episode was very much him him and how people around him reacts to him arriving.
Yeah, and also it very much an introduction to his character. So like, and to give us an idea about like how he is and how his relationship with everyone on the farm is.
Hmm.
And one thing that I love about Thorkill's character is just how he's the complete opposite of the other son, the younger son,
Oh yeah.
like his brother Olmar.
Hmm.
And we just see how Olmar is trying to. He's looking up to his brother and wants to be like his brother, but
Hmm.
yeah, he doesn't have it in him.
Nah, and he wants to go with him, but again I don't know if is he does he want to go with him, or is he slowly realizing what that might infer to actually go out and conquering and raiding and all that stuff.
I think he's still.
Is he backtracking a bit? Is he pedaling back, trying to go back to shore or something?
No, I don't. I think I still think he has like an idea that he wants to do this, but I
Mm.
also think that the only reason why he wants to do this is because he actually believes it's the quote unquote like correct and right thing to do.
Uh,
Like, if you're a man in Viking Scandinavia, then go be a warrior is what it's all about and all that.
yeah, because that's probably the only the only way he knows how you can prove yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only thing he has heard. Again, his brother and his dad have both been out and quote unquote proved themselves. So it's the only way he knows how.
But we actually don't know if Ketil has been out raiding before.
Huh? Oh yeah, in
Yeah,
the at the end he said something about lying.
yeah, like the entire story about Iron Fist Ketil was a lie.
Yeah.
And the reason why he's propagated that lie is because that in this society where you live in, you can't just be weak and a pushover.
Hmm.
So he
Yeah.
so he like spread around this lie about his
Rumor.
relation
Yeah.
of the past of him in the past in
Hmm.
order to get respect in again Viking society,
Hmm. Hmm.
and it has
Oh,
clearly worked. So
yeah. I got fucking sad when I saw that. Oh, what was she called?
Arnade,
Yeah, Ahmed. That she's locked into this role. She has.
mm, yeah,
Because the episode before, episode 6, I thought, it's possible that Einar and Torkel
Thorfinn.
Tor Torfinn can get enough money to buy her free or something. But now, oh fuck,
Nope,
no chance.
she's slave number one in that
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the master's favorite, so to say.
That's so
Yeah,
sad.
but I love, absolutely love how they showed it, where she's like giving him comforting words and saying like you're a good person, everything is gonna be okay. But her face is like
Yeah,
completely dead.
it's so dead.
Like it's clear that she's
Oh,
just saying all of that to survive. Essentially, she doesn't actually
yeah,
care about Kato,
yeah, yeah.
and I love how they showed it.
Mhm,
Hmm.
mhm.
And
Oh man,
hmm?
yeah. No, I just not realized something, but it has been an idea that I brewed in my brain for some time. And the if all his stories about being the Iron Fist, or what's he called again? Iron Fist,
Yeah,
right?
Iron
Yeah,
Fist Kato.
yeah, Iron Fist Kitzel is a lie. All the things we have talked about him going back again, he speaks out a new way of life. Is a it's a whole nother it gets a whole nother meaning. Again, now he has always seek comfort, and all the things he has done, all the lies he has told, is to reach that comfort. Again, he lied to get respect, to make sure that people didn't mess with him while he built this farming empire.
Farming Empire.
Um,
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, but I
um,
think it's interesting because it's implied that Kato's father was actually a
mm,
warrior in the past,
mm,
like in an earlier episode, where what would he call Sverker or something? Well, like he says,
mm,
like a proper Norseman can defend his own property, and then they show like a sword on the wall. So it's
mm,
implied that um, Ketil's father was a warrior, at least part time warrior.
Have we seen Ketil with a sword? I don't
We
remember.
have not. I don't think so, anyway.
Yeah, he doesn't even have it in a scabbard or something, right? No.
Well, why would he
I th-
carry it around in like day to
okay, he
day?
carries it around. Okay,
No,
okay.
no, no. I mean, why? I'm saying, why would he carry a sword around in his
I
farm
don't
day to
know.
day? He has guards.
Yeah, but
Like
yeah,
if we
we
have,
have
if he
never
has a
seen.
sword, we haven't seen it.
We haven't seen a sword.
Hmm.
So yeah, yeah,
But
he is a very a more complex character than I thought even more a complex character than I even thought, because all the things he has built up is to reach a comfort and a security, and not because he has been out there and now is finding another meaning of life. It's not a retreat. It's a goal he's going towards,
hmm,
and
I don't
has
think.
probably done it
Yeah,
for a long time.
yeah. I don't think Ketil has never experienced like hardship in the sense of kind of
Hmm.
like what Thorfinn has, in
Ah,
kind.
okay, okay.
I don't think so. Like I would. The impression
But
I've gotten of Ketil is that he hates violence, and
hmm hmm
he's hates conflict. He's actually scared of it.
hmm but again, that wouldn't totally debunk him from not being Iron Fist Ketil.
You know, he says that it's that he isn't.
Yeah, but could, couldn't it be that everybody else has seen him do all these things, but he's maybe has some, I don't know, imposter syndrome or something,
What?
that he imposter syndrome, that he doesn't feel like, oh, these things that people say. Again, they say I have beaten people, whole armies with just my fist and all, but meanwhile I was scared. I'm not this. I'm not this heroic Viking that everybody talks about.
I think you're reading too much into it, mate.
No, why not? Why not? He seems like a character that that could maybe have done all these things, but because
Okay, mate. If he
he
actually had done it, don't you think he would have more battle scars?
maybe not again. Thorfinn's father didn't. It wasn't that scarred, right?
I,
It,
okay, I
he,
can't
he,
remember how he looked without a
and
shirt on. So
yeah, but again, he didn't seem that scarred from all the things from all the talks he has done.
yeah, but the difference there being if you're someone who supposedly beat your enemies with your bare fist, don't you think that there would be some, as opposed to like
Yeah,
with a sword?
probably
Then
that
that would
would
be.
be that would be.
Mm-hmm.
But again, if we play with the idea that he has been on talks and has
Raids.
been and has raids, yeah, and has been out out raiding and fighting and all. What stops people from thinking he's something, but he doesn't feel like it? It's definitely it. I'm excited to see in the future what route they are taking. What how much again because he only says all the things they say is a lie. All the talk, the Iron Fist Ketil is a lie. Again, what kind of a lie? How much of the story is a lie? Has he been on talks? Was he just some again? Did he just hide while all the others were fighting, or was he actually out there fighting, but he was afraid all the time and therefore don't feel like he's deserving of all the admiration and stuff. Again, I'm excited to see why he feels like it's a lie.
All right, if you
Yeah.
say so.
Again, only the future can tell.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
All
Oh,
right.
I really like the scenes where he the oh, what do you call it? The judging of the people, the judging of the children.
Yeah,
What's
like this deciding punishment.
the punishment of the children. That whole scene from start to finish, where he he really he really sought out a way just to maybe giving them some harsh words, and then just, oh, okay, you can work for me now, and now go do your stuff, go out and be children. He really didn't want to punish them in any
Yeah,
way.
and again, that's where I think like he's a very emotional person who's scared of conflict, and this to him
Yeah.
is conflict. That just like when he said like, "Oh, why did you have to rob my farm? Like, why do I
Mm,
have to be in this situation? I don't want to be here."
yeah. Oh, and then what was he called, the guy who helps Einar and Thorfinn?
Pater.
Peter. Um, PA
Yeah,
or PE?
Pater.
PE.
Pater.
Yeah, when he says when he comes forth and asks Keaton, could I advise you on this? The smile Keaton got him and said, yes, yes, I don't have to take a decision on these two children. And right afterwards, I think 10 lashings will suffice, and the smile just vanishes. Fuck.
Mm.
It was so it was so sad because he really just wanted the children to just go away scot free, but no, 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 no. He has a reputation to uphold.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I
Oh.
love how like his son Thorgil in the meanwhile
Oh.
is like, well, I guess we gotta take an arm.
Oh yeah. He was so ready to
And I love
fuck
how like,
that boy up.
and it's not
Jesus.
like he was like all suddenly, oh yeah, ooh murder, let's take him. He was not like, well, this is some theft. Well, I guess we'll just have to take an arm.
Yeah.
It's the standard.
Yeah.
It's what
He's
you do.
so he's
Nonchalant
so
about it.
yeah, he's so numb to this. He's so numb to this kind of violence because he has been in wars where, again, he was surrounded by it, and people probably doing more horrible things
He
than
has
what he's.
probably done some very horrible things on his raids.
Yeah. Again,
So,
so he's so numb to what's happening right now that
mm,
this is just like pulling weed.
essentially. And I
Yeah.
love how Ketil is just like, that's so terrifying. How is this person my son? Like, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Oh. Yeah, he can't fathom that he raised this
This,
person.
this maniac.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that we haven't seen him yet being more protective of Olma. Again, he said to his son Torkel, that he should go inside, to not encourage Olma any further,
Hmm.
or am I reading it wrong?
Um, I don't know. Like, I'm
Yeah.
still not completely. When it comes to his relationship with his sons, we actually haven't seen that much. Like,
Uh.
that he cares about them on that deep a level. When it comes to Olma, the only things that we've really seen him put a, put a focus on is the whole like you will inherit my farm. Like and
Yeah. Yeah.
like there could be more to it than that, but as far as we've seen, to the point where about his relationship with his son is that the younger son, you will eventually inherit my farm. That is what I care about. And the older son, oh my god, I am so terrified of this person. How is he
Oh
related?
yeah. Yeah.
Like that's what we've
That's
seen of it so far.
yeah. That's basically that. Yeah.
So
So
yeah,
I will not be surprised if we get a scene in the next couple of episodes where he begs Olma not to consider it, or he basically uh, scares him out of it.
mm. Like
Somehow. Yeah.
Yeah. Surprisingly, so far, what we've seen him be most, the person we've seen him, like quote unquote, care most about so far has actually been Arnade. But
Yeah.
that's not for any good reason. That's because she's his morality pet, in a way.
Yeah. Yeah. She is his.
His light in this dark world that I live in, as he would say.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, that.
Damn, he's a complex and miserable character right now.
Oh yeah. But funny, like one character that it's kind of a shame that we don't get to see more of is his wife, who the only
Yeah.
thing we really seen of her is her slapping Arnade for talking to Einar a little too long.
Yeah.
That's about it that we've seen of her, I think.
Yeah.
She feel I get the impression that she's a person who doesn't want to be there. So who knows? Maybe it was a political
Maybe.
marriage and he doesn't actually care about
Maybe. Yeah.
Keto or the form. I mean, if he's not okay, considering that he has Arnade in bed, they might
Yeah.
not be, you know,
Yeah. Lovers.
yeah, at least not anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
Yeah.
assume it was a political marriage and they don't actually have any
Yeah.
love for
It
each
could.
other.
Yeah. It could probably be. Maybe they're not even sleeping in the same house or something.
Maybe. Okay, now we're
She,
just
yeah.
speculating, of course, but
Yeah. Yeah.
it's the impression that I get.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm. I have the same idea that you have. Um.
Also, one thing that was pretty, just a little detail, but pretty cool, is that Snake apparently taught Thorkill swordsmanship.
Yeah. You're right. Right in the start.
Yeah,
Yeah. When he arrived. Yeah.
that's just
Huh.
an interesting detail, and that should give us an idea about what level Thorkill should be on. That he should be
Yeah.
pretty good with a sword if Snake
And
was the one who
also
taught him.
how long Snake has been on the farm.
Yeah, that as well. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. And how old he is. Damn,
mm,
he's very old. he's he's probably
is he
how old?
is he comparable to Kato in age? Maybe. I mean,
Yeah, maybe. Again, I think just because Thorfinn com got that glimpse of
Escalade.
Askeladd, while I think he is at the same age as Askeladd was, maybe some years older.
Mm. Well, we don't actually
Just
know how old Escalade was, but
yeah, Askeladd seemed like he was in the that it's so again because you need to take history in HV. They didn't get that old in history. How
mm,
how 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 old was old in Viking times? Late 40s or late 50s?
dude, I don't know.
You come on, you're the history guy.
Like, how old was the average Viking? Is that what you're asking me?
No. How old was an old Viking?
Mm,
Like again, if someone is 90 now, they are fucking old. But if
I think,
someone,
okay, as far as I know, they could die like pretty young in those times. It was normal to die young, so to get like really old, like wasn't everyone that did that, like to get
no,
really
no,
old.
no, no,
So
no. Again, plus diet and all the comforts we have today makes us makes us able to be much older than they were back then. So I don't know, maybe early late to early 50s maybe. But again that's the thing that bothers me again, because back then if you are again a person would seem much older back then than today, because the environment and all the comforts we have today, it's much more gentler with us with age than it was back then. Especially the diet we get today, we get much more substance out of the food we have compared to back then, because we have so much of it, and yeah, and we have become so great at making food. So yeah, so I don't know. I would
All
say
right, I got something. Like historically, like from what we can tell from like skeletons and all that, that people were uh, it was very normal to be around either between the ages of 35 to 50.
okay. That was the
General living
okay,
age.
okay, okay. So yeah, so maybe mid 40s, maybe mid 40s to late 40s.
Though we should also remember that they were much more proactive in the whole making children thing. So,
Yeah, yeah,
and
but
the whole
yeah.
age restriction that we have today didn't really exist back then.
Hmm. But then, yeah. Um, what what else in this
I
episode?
wanna like give a shout out to the kid who took the beating for his sister there.
Oh
Like he
yeah,
was a tough 12-year-old boy. Gotta give him that.
yeah, yeah. It was very tough.
Yeah, and Thorgil just hammered him.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I thought his like arm was broken after that first
Yeah.
hit.
He just did he count after or before he smacked the kid across the field or something?
I don't know. I was like, damn, dude.
That was one. Oh, oh, that was one arm. Well, I'm taking the other next time.
Remember not to not hit the head. They need to be able to work. Don't worry, I
Yeah,
got this.
yeah.
Uh, also, the what's called the like the necklace of ears that Thorkel had. Like,
Oh
ugh.
yeah. That was such a great insight to his morality.
Yeah, and how again how
Jesus.
nonchalant he is about it.
Yeah.
Like when and I love in it shows how the difference between like Olmar and Thorkel, and that Olmar he couldn't even recognize it as ears initially,
Yeah.
and then he even
I'm
asked like, "Can I eat it?"
yeah.
Oh my
No,
god.
I'm actually wondering if he knows that. I'm wondering if he took them just to mess with Olma, because it does it doesn't seem like someone who would wear it himself.
You know, I think
But
he did it just to mess with Olmar.
yeah, he knew. Again, it's still messed up that he just cut ears off and put them on a string to
Hmm.
bring them back to mess with his little bro. Still
You know,
fucked up.
one thing I realized, like, when Ulmar asks if he can, like, eat it, then Thorkel says that English or doesn't taste very, it doesn't taste very good. It's implied that he's tried to eat
Yeah.
people on the
That's
raid,
so fucked up. That's so
and
fucked up.
then he decided, this doesn't taste very good. Oh god, the implication there.
Yeah. Yeah, he has probably been in some hard times where he has needed to eat eat something.
I don't think he's been on hard times where
Don't
he
you think?
needed to. No, no, I
Oh
think
yeah,
he's been
because
like on a super
right,
successful
because
raid
his
where they just
with
gone
Canute.
ham on a village, and then he's been like,
Yeah,
wouldn't it be fun to see if I can eat this? And then together with the other bros, and then it's like,
yeah,
nah, this isn't it.
yeah,
I think they just
yeah.
gone
Because
ham on a village somewhere.
yeah, yeah, you're right. Because he has been conquering with Canute, and Canute he seemed well off.
Yeah,
Well,
so
at
he
least well off enough to supply his army with
Yeah,
it.
and especially if like we should think like if he's been with Canute's army, that means he's been with the elites, like the best of the best.
Mm,
He's been
mm,
with Thorkel and those people,
mm,
so he's probably been on some very successful raids.
mm. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Uh,
do we have
is that
more to add to this episode?
um
Again, episode 7.
other than yeah, it was minor thing, but I think it was actually nice to see Snake and his crew doing their job of
Oh yeah, yeah.
protecting the farm from bandits.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
That like if we hadn't seen this, we would only have been told that oh yeah we're protecting this farm from bandits and all that, and it's
Yeah,
just nice to actually put a image to that to what are
yeah,
they doing.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's all I think I have from episode 7. So we move on to
mhm.
episode 8.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go to episode 8.
So we're back with the focus is once more on Thorfinn and Einar. And I
Mm.
personally really like this episode.
Hmm.
And one of my favorite scenes is the scene where Thorfinn and Einar they're like repairing that roof and they're just talking. And
Oh yeah.
Thorfinn he essentially unloads everything
Hmm.
to Einar, and I don't think it's there's just so much emotion
Hmm.
in that conversation,
Hmm.
and I just think it just works brilliantly,
Hmm.
and that entire thing with him being that explaining how he was how in the past many years he's just been going on this hatred that he had for Askeladd, but now
Hmm.
when Askeladd is dead and he realized he doesn't hate Askeladd anymore, that he doesn't know what to do with himself.
Yeah. It
Like
was it was. I really like that quote where that Keaton's dad gave him afterwards. Well, if you are empty, there's space for you to do something else.
yes, and I
You can
love that.
fill. Yeah. It was beautiful.
And it works with
Put that on a T-shirt.
yes, and one thing I actually it touched me on a personal level because I'm of the opinion that no matter how hard you've sunk, no matter what you've done, you can always turn your life around. You can be forgiven for what you've done, and you can make a new and good life. Doesn't matter how far you've gone in to whatever the hell you've done. You can turn your life around and start anew. So so the episode 8 it resonates me on a personal level with that. That's why
Great,
I
great to hear one
really
of us
liked it.
is optimist.
Look, I know you think that the world is a terrible place and that all of humanity should go die in a ditch, but
Yes. Uh, yeah, I was still touched by it, but I'm just if you're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. You can't do anything about it.
no, I want to be the
Uh,
kind of person who, when someone asks to, when they ask me for help to turn their life around, I will always give a hand out to them, say, "Come with me and enjoy life on the other side. Let me help you, and let's make the world a better place together."
I'm on the side that fucking depends on what what that person did.
If they legitimately say like they're sorry and they want to make up for it, hey, I'm always willing to help.
Well,
Even if they killed you, I would be willing to help them.
well, I'm glad to hear there's hope in this world because if it was filled with people like me, oh, it would be a eye an eye for eye world.
And eye for an eye makes everyone blind.
Yes, and then we can all walk around blind.
Well, this is
Yeah,
the and like philosophy debate anyway.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
I want to
Jesus
bring
Christ, I love. Again, let's just realize an anime made us talk about morality and the life angles, how you see life and all
mm,
that. Oh, Jesus Christ, I love this media so much.
oh yeah,
Yeah, it's good.
it's one of the best.
So for every time someone says anime is for children, it's only for children. It's just come on,
Well, clearly
come
you only
on.
watch shonen shows,
Yeah, yeah,
like, and that's not even for children. That's for teenagers. There's a
yeah.
difference. God damn it.
That's a big difference.
Like,
So
oh, maybe you've
okay,
only watched
where
Pokemon.
did we? Yeah, yeah. Where did we come from?
Yeah,
I totally lost the ball there.
Thorfinn and Einar.
Oh
Actually,
yeah.
there's a scene before that that I want to bring up where we see another
Mm.
nightmare with Thorfinn,
Mm?
where we see where he's imagining himself as he was earlier, like
Yeah.
murdering Einar's family. And
Mm.
there are some really nice details to that scene. With that, in episode one, we actually see how Einar's family looks, and
Mm-hmm.
in this nightmare scene, which is Thorfinn's nightmare, Einar's mother and sister, they look nothing like how they
Yeah.
actually look, and that's of course because Thorfinn hasn't actually seen them, so he doesn't know how they look.
Yeah.
I thought that was great detail.
That's a great detail. Yeah.
Yeah, because if they had looked like like how they actually look, we could be like,
Yeah.
wait, he hasn't seen them. How would he? And
Yeah.
hmm,
It would imply that he somehow was there while that
but
happened.
that doesn't make sense in terms of the
Uh,
age
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
because in the dream, then
Exactly.
Einar is a little boy.
Yeah. Exactly. So
So
it's a great way that they did that.
yes, and one thing I want to bring up again, shout out to Studio Maphead. That nightmare scene was not in the manga.
Mm.
So again, just Studio Maphead just saying, how can we spice up this already
Yeah.
great show?
I know it's this last episode, the last episode 6 had a great nightmare scene. Let's put one more in.
Mm. Let's really
Let's
show
pour.
how terrible Thorfinn is having.
Yeah, and it's great. It
Yeah, I
works.
loved it. It
Oof,
was awesome.
I'm, they in this episode they really put emphasis in falling, but
Mm.
both of the times there was two times, one in the nightmare, one when he went unconscious.
Yeah,
Um,
and I really like. I think there's some symbolism there with Thorfinn. He's trying to climb out of this hole or ditch or whatever you want to call it,
yeah.
but he can't. Like his past demons essentially are pulling him back in.
Oh yeah, that's the arms. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
and I think
Mm.
that those things pulling him in, like they look like zombie-ish things. So I think
Mm-hmm.
they're like the people he killed.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
again, his past actions are pulling him back into this dark hole that he can't get out
yeah.
of.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty symbolic there. And one thing I realized because like earlier yesterday, I think I was watching a different anime called Kingdom, which is
Mm-hmm.
also based on a historical manga.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was watching Kingdom, I realized and what they have done with the source material there. I got the experience that I got there was that it was really just a worse version of the manga. But
Uh,
with Vinland Saga here, ironically enough, it's the opposite. I'm feeling
mm.
that it's actually a better version of the manga I'm watching.
Ooh.
Yeah. So this
Ooh.
might be controversial, but
Yeah,
I
that's highly controversial.
yes, I think the
I can hear the
anime
people.
is
I can
better
hear the
than the
people
manga.
outside sharpening their pitchforks and lighting their torches
And
already.
this is not anything negative to the manga. They are
Mm.
taking the source material and they added to it. It's just that.
Mm.
Where in Kingdom, where I can see that like this scene they decided to take that out and they changed this to this. I don't think that's just as good and the animation looks terrible there. That was not that Kingdom is a bad anime and just still enjoyable. It's just the manga is just better. But with Vinland Saga, I'm always saying like, they added some extra to this scene like they've shown this scene like this. Oh, that actually works even better and like they just take the source material and try to actually not just reproduce it faithfully, but actually add to it.
Mm.
So yes, I think the anime is better than the manga. I'm just gonna
Mm.
say it. And if you disagree, well, that's fair. Just don't kill me for it.
Yeah. Uh,
Hmm.
so
And
what else happened?
and that's when Einar and Thorfinn they talk about Einar does his little comedy sketch where he shows where he's a like warriors are usually like this, right?
Oh yeah.
That was pretty
That
funny.
was funny. funny. Yeah, that was really funny.
And my favorite part is actually how Thorfinn responds with that. Well, he didn't actually carry an axe.
Yeah.
And it's so subtle, but for some reason
To-
that's pretty.
yeah, he
I thought that was
totally
funny.
lost the point. Yeah,
Yeah.
it went right all over his head again. He has probably laughed in a long, long time. Have we
Mm.
seen him laugh yet?
Thorfinn?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No.
I mean,
He,
we
he
barely seen him smile, so
yeah,
he
yeah.
has smiled very
He,
few times.
he's slowly gaining emotion, good, happy emotions. He's
Mm.
slowly gaining it. So yeah.
And then we see the tragedy,
Oof.
the farm.
Yeah, yeah. I went 180 on that one.
Mm.
He was happy right before then, but afterwards, oh Jesus Christ, he
He was
was
in
ready.
rage, and I
Yeah.
don't really blame him.
Mm.
Like for all, like they've been working on that for months,
That's so
like
hard,
if
so
not
hard work.
years for all we know. Like,
Yeah,
and then those like servants, they just ruin it.
yeah. Carl's.
Again, that's Danish. Like in English, you would just say
Yeah.
servants.
Uh, okay.
Remember, we have an. I'm assuming we have an English audience. We're
Yeah,
speaking
I
English,
guess.
so
Yeah, I just forget what words we should use because I presume I'm still watching with Danish subtitles because
oh,
we are
I do
Vikings
the
in
same.
this.
But I, my first, I always watch the first with Danish subtitles. Then I watch it later on in with English.
So much time.
Hey, I want to make a good podcast.
Fine.
Don't you?
Yeah,
Are you
I
half-assing
want to make
this?
a good podcast, but man, so I have other things I want to do, man. I have so many games of Steam I haven't played yet.
Anime should be the only priority in life.
Ah, yes. Yes, what
So
am I doing? But yeah, so yeah, servants. They
yeah.
destroyed the
So
farms.
before we get to them destroying the farm, let's talk about they have a conversation, a kind of conversation. One person is
Oh yeah.
dominating the conversation, where he's essentially saying he's angry that Einar and Thorfinn are actually doing a really good job with the farm.
Hmm.
And I can assume that they're actually doing a better job than he is. So
Hmm.
he comes up with the entire excuse that oh they're slaves, so they shouldn't be both they should be treated well and their farm shouldn't be good. So let's teach them a lesson.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, he's basically trying to ignore his own insecurities and taking it out on
Yeah.
the on well the two slaves that are there.
Anna and Torfin. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
It's
Then I love how later on when Einar is going completely, he's so angry.
Mm-hmm.
He wanna
Mm-hmm.
just go after them, take him down, and then Thorfinn is like, "We need to be calm about this." So now here's Thorfinn,
Yeah.
the former warrior, is being the whole. We need to be
Yeah.
calm. Think about it rationally. Like what can we need to talk to Peter and do 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 do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. And again, he can he don't feel justified to become angry because he has done so much worse.
well, he directly says that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if he says to Einar that if you hate them for destroying this farm, you should hate me just as much for
Yeah.
all the
Killing.
killing and destruction and we've
Yeah.
seen him help in destroying villages and the like.
Mm-hmm.
So he could. Thorfinn does have a point there
Mm.
that he has done much worse back in the day.
So yeah. I'm happy Peter really came in and said and told them, okay, don't touch anything, let's investigate. I really fucking hope they find something.
Mm.
Really hope. What was your thoughts on Thorfinn actually punching the guy and not Einar?
Well, my first thought was, fucking hell, you just broke that guy's jaw. Uh,
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting because Thorfinn got angry here, but he got angry and he got violent, and the reason why he got angry and violent was because they were essentially mocking his friend here.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I think this, and Thorfinn himself seemed like shocked for like, okay, like why did I just go back into my old ways like this?
Yeah,
So you can
he
see,
woke up
yeah, I
suddenly.
think this might be kind of like the start of a like a different reason for being, what to say, like active than
Yeah.
he had like earlier. The reason why he was like violent and did some stuff was
Mm-hmm,
because of all his this hatred that he had against Askeladd.
mm-hmm,
But if he can find a different reason for why he's doing something like protecting his friend,
mm-hmm,
that might be where we are going with this. Like
mm-hmm,
he can find meaning in actually uh, being active, besides just hating someone, but actually like caring about people, like I know.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so I think that might be where that's going. But I think, but okay, I have read the manga, so I do know how this ends up. But I think we're definitely seeing the start of Thorfinn's character growth here. Well, we've been seeing the start
Mm-hmm.
for a little while, but it's a slow burn.
Yeah, it is. It
Mm.
is.
But the fact that we're seeing Thorfinn no longer being I don't care about anything to him actually caring and responding to stuff,
Mm.
I like it.
It. Yeah, it's a big leap from the start.
Definitely.
I had another feeling. I felt the same thing as you do, that it was to protect his friend and and because he felt angry because the guy just mocked his friend.
Mm-hmm.
But also in another way protecting Einar, because Einar were close to throwing a punch,
Mm-hmm.
and I think again Thorfinn, he knows what that will entail. Again, they will they will leap back in progression by a long mile. They will be punished and they will get some benefits taken away from them and a whole lot more. If not else, they are going to be killed or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I had this feeling after I saw when I saw Thorfinn waking up. It um I had some sneaking feeling that, oh, did he throw that punch so maybe he could take it some blame, and maybe some, oh, maybe say to kids, oh, but Einar didn't. Has he become that has he become such a great friend with Einar that he's willing to throw away his life, basically?
I think
Like,
that the, I don't think he really thought about it that much because the
yeah,
punch seemed instinctual because
yeah,
he was
yeah,
shocked that he actually did it afterwards.
yeah.
But I do think that the guy mocking the farm that they made together like
Mm.
really set him off.
Yeah,
Like
that was the
mocking
trigger.
the work that they painfully like spent so many months just working with, being working together, like the farm. Not only that being destroyed, but that being mocked like that was what
Hmm.
that definitely helped set him off.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Yeah.
And what
Yeah. No, no. You were about to say something.
I want to ask you, what were your reaction to seeing after the guy was punched? Just seeing how
Him.
effective that punch was.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah. Though the time rating hasn't. Uh, all the time he has of his life he has used rating is showing.
Hmm.
It is showing in how strong he has become physically.
Well, all the farm work should have made him like even more
Yeah,
like.
even more. Yeah.
in at least in terms of like lifting power and just pure strength, he should have more strength now. Like his agility might have suffered a bit over the years that since he hasn't been moving quite as much. But in terms of like pure strength, I would assume that all the farm work would have made him even stronger.
Maybe, maybe.
Hmm.
The shot of him having a broken jaw. Who was it who said that? Was it Einar? Damn, Thorfinn, you broke his jaw, or was it one of the other guys?
I
So
don't
he broke
know,
his jaw. It
but
was
like
just Jesus.
yeah, like
He fucking deserved that.
oh yeah, he
But
did. Like the audience, like not the audience. The creators knew that the audience would hate that character, so they just gave us basically a big like a drug dose there, but just showing him
yeah,
get
yeah.
that epic punch to the face and him being just completely
Mm.
destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course, Thorfinn gets hit in the back.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And the falling continues.
Yes, then he gets knocked out, and he we get to see his nightmare. And I'm excited for next episode because I think the next episode we are going to see the entirety of his dream that we've only been seeing glimpses of.
Ooh. Ooh.
And I'm very
Nice.
excited to see that animated.
Ooh. Great.
Hmm.
I'm looking forward to see how the fuck are they getting out this one. Again, it it it's very effective that we have the episode before we have seen how uninterested Kiesel is to doing things violently, and
Yeah,
right after we are seeing the worst thing a slave can do. So it's very exciting to see. Okay, how the fuck will they get out of this, and how the fuck is Kiesel going to um
handle.
manage this? Yeah,
Yeah,
handle this in the most calming way possible, in the
yeah, and that's
most
some
non-violent way
and that's
possible.
some great storytelling right there, like showing us a crime and punishment like scene before, like the episode before the main characters get into some crime and punishment. Yeah,
Yeah,
some
yeah.
great stories in there.
Hmm. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it.
Same. So I think that is it.
Yeah,
So thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe and comment. And this has been the Anime Masters of the Apocalypse, and we will see you next time. Bye bye. I'm waiting for you to say bye as well, Vlad.
bye.
Good, we done.